Will Diddy be diddled in jail? Will he be diddled? What up, y'all? Welcome back. It's your girl, Jupiter.
And E.
Coming in again. Listen, we had some technical difficulties and was just climbing the walls waiting for our new equipment to show up. And it is here. And so are we. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication.
That said, some of the stuff that we thought had like uploaded, it sure didn't.
I know, all that footage down the drain. So we back at it again. We back at it again.
Pow. What'd you say?
I can't make the sound effects.
It wasn't good. Like, not what you. I'm talking about the fact that we thought it didn't upload. So moving right into it, you guys. I'm still obsessed with the Diddy thing. Oh, I don't want to talk about the new stuff I found out because I have to get back to what I thought was already uploaded. So this is where I'm at. I watched everything. I've keep watching everything, and I have made myself a little timeline. It's probably going to be able to add more stuff to it, but what can I say? So diving right into it as best I can tell. We're just going to tell this story like from beginning to end.
Works for me.
Okay, I'm not going to Shonda Rhimes it and go back and forth because I'm not Shonda Rhimes. So let's get right to it.
Right before you get right to it, I like my shades. I digging it. Just keep right.
I think it's good.
Thank you.
I think they're good.
Okay.
I like them.
Thank you.
I think you look super cool.
I want to look as cool as you.
Okay, well, you look cooler than me now, so I got to go get me some RoboCop shades. So
that was good. Okay.
What happened?
RoboCop shades. Okay.
Yeah.
I like RoboCop, so.
Oh, it wasn't a dig. I'm saying.
I know. I like it.
I got to get me some.
I
okay,
did
but
say.
listen, y'all. So, is November 4th a Scorpio?
Yes.
Okay, so a Scorpio is born, right?
Who?
November 4th. Sean Combs is born.
His birthday November 4th?
Yes, and 1969. Like, you know, what's that phrase? 69 was a good year? Freaks. People who say that, but yeah. So Diddy is a Scorpio.
69.
He's also born in 69. Like, some of this might not be his fault.
What you trying to say?
Nothing. So that said, he's born to Janice and Melvin. Janice is like a model / teaching assistant. Melvin is a U.S. service member. Ooh, I don't want to say the wrong branch, but he was in the military. I just don't want to say the wrong branch, disrespect nobody. So he served in the military. He gets out and does what a lot of them have to do. He's hustling, right?
Hustling.
He's an alleged, or he has affiliation with like alleged drug dealers, known drug dealers, whatever. The man was trying to get his money, and by the time Diddy is 2, going on 3, he passes away. Not even going on 3. I think it was like way before he
was
3.
a baby.
He's 2 years old.
He was a baby.
So him and his family, they don't have a lot of money, but they send him to a good school. It's still, I mean, they don't have money though.
But yet he can go to a private school?
Well, I mean, it was a Catholic school. I don't know if it had a tuition or if he went on a scholarship. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I do know, fast forward to 1987, after he gets out of that Catholic school and graduates high school, he gets to go to Howard U and everything is good. He doesn't have a horrible rep. He's a party boy, whatever. I would probably have gone to one, like, if I, but also,
you would gone to what?
A Diddy party back in, like, if I went to school with him, I probably would have ended up at a Diddy party. In college?
Yeah. You partied in college? You went to parties in college?
So, that said, maybe one would have peeked my head in there, right, and went back home.
Uh-huh.
Like a wholesome Christian.
Mm-hmm. So you go to parties now? You went to parties?
What? So, anyway, that said,
I would have went to the party.
I mean, that said, though, like, still, he does get a reputation with the ladies. Like, half of them are like, "Oh, he dangerous," and the other half is like, "Yeah, he dangerous."
No, for real, he's dangerous.
Really, like that's pretty much the gist of it. Half of them they into it though. They're not. It's not. But
they don't know any better.
But there is no question of it. It's not like, oh, he's a nice guy, and some people are like, oh no, they all think he's dangerous, but it's about the way that they say it. Oh, he's so dangerous versus no, he dangerous. Like, So that's how they're living. That's Diddy in college, right? I mean, there is one account that people saw him like smacking his girlfriend around. But for the most part, it was all just like aggressive speech towards certain women. Because like I said, other women were like, he wasn't ever like that to me. You know? I guess he knew who to do that to.
He had the right one?
Right. He probably didn't do that to women who reminded him of his mother. Like they would haul off and, who you talking to? You know?
Yeah.
He probably knew who to victimize.
Yikes.
So there's certain women that's like, he's great. And other women are like, Well, like I said, though, nobody says he's like super great. They just aren't scared of him versus some of them are.
Right. These ladies out here put them paws on you.
With them Wakanda nails. I know y'all seen them long.
I don't have them.
Show me your stiletto nails. Oh, mine aren't shaped like that. They're thick, though.
They are thick.
Carve you up. Anyway, so fast forward, you know, Diddy is like, yo, school ain't for me. I'm not really feeling this business administration.
Too
like,
cool for school?
Yeah, he too cool for school. Like, he wants to do business, but he don't want to do school. So he pops on out of there. But I ain't gonna lie, like if I had to leave school to do an internship at a dope record deal, I really gonna do it.
I'll do it.
So far, nothing that he's doing is like problematic. He does grow up, you know, kind of seeing parties. And I heard one video where the dude was like, yeah, his mom would bring home people and do things in front of him. I'm pretty sure they were exaggerating. Like I'm sure she brought people home and like he was in the house when she had stuff going on.
Hey, now.
But they made it seem like he was just sitting in the room watching and taking notes.
Maybe it was just like that. Maybe it was just like that. You don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe.
I know based off of the information that particular man had, he couldn't say that.
Oh.
He couldn't say that. He heard what I heard, and I saw how he interpreted that. Because I heard it from people who lived in the house, like, you know, Diddy's siblings and relatives. I've heard, even from his own mom, who was throwing the parties. I've heard her how she described them too. Like, and of course, she's not gonna say.
Right, I'm about to
the
say
worst version of it. But the other people who could account for the party, they had no reason to lie on her behalf or his.
Oh, okay.
It was the same kind of party that you would imagine any person doing that I mean, no offense to anybody's parenting style, but there's not a whole lot of types of parties that you should throw with your kids upstairs. She was throwing the kind that you absolutely shouldn't throw, though. But it doesn't mean that he was like right there. But if he was, I don't know. That's not what they said.
Moving on. Fine.
He grows up around partying. He sees it. He goes to school. He's known for parties. His mom was known for parties. So it's like it runs in the family. You know, everybody knows the Combs parties. That said, he gets out of school and everybody likes to say, oh, you know, he must have learned it from Andre Harrell, or he must have learned it from, you know, one of these other gentlemen who, what's the white guy's name? Clive
Davis.
Is that the guy's name?
I don't know. I made that up.
Who was with Whitney Houston?
Oh, her manager or something?
Yeah.
Or the producer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
When he was hanging out with him and he kind of showed him the parties and just how it was in Hollywood, though. Like, those parties were nothing like the ones he was throwing or his mom. So everybody was like, oh.
It was like a whole
did he
level?
get it from him? Everybody wants to point where he got it from. I think that he got influence from multiple different places and like
and then
put his own sick little twist on it. Like he does everything.
His own type of party from other parties that he's seen. Oh, I see what you mean.
Like he grew up around one type, and that's probably the same similar type of party that he threw in college. Then he had his party language and started to see what a like upper echelon type of party would look like, and was like, oh, interesting. So rich white people like to party too. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. He had only been seeing like hood parties and, you know, kickbacks and heavy not the kickback. It's like laid back. But he saw house parties and he saw, you know, probably a few home stripping parties. Like, I don't know. But the point is, he didn't see what he saw when he went to those Hollywood parties and, you know, when he was in the room with like A-listers. It was a different vibe. Even if there was alcohol and drugs and probably some similar stuff going on in rooms or whatever, it just it was like, oh, this is the same thing but different.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like he just took it from a bunch of different places, just based off of hearing like his family and friends talk about him, and then like his business associates and constituents and like people who saw him in passing, to his staff, like all of it. It seems to be like a snowball effect.
Interesting.
Like he took things and put it all together.
So basically, you're saying
we can't really say, oh,
pinpoint or point at
he learned this from right there. It was like all of it.
Okay.
There was no one party that he had ever been to that was anything like his.
Okay.
He took the schmexuals that used to happen.
What you trying to say?
You know what I'm trying to say. But he took like the things that would happen behind closed doors that happened in like the hood parties, and he took all the fun and the drugs that happened at both parties, okay, and was like, I can now take what I know about making people happy and feel good, keeping the doors locked, keeping them liquored up, and keeping the AC off.
Right.
Like, he just had this weird little recipe, this little cookbook, and decided, I'll just add a little blackmail.
Just sprinkle that in?
Yeah, because if you think about it, like looking into his history, I'll go down that later. So, 1990, he done just left school. He's moving into an internship with Uptown Records and Andre Harrell. And it's exciting. Like, I'm not going to hate on him for that. Like, he really can't. Like, anybody would do that. Sorry. Sophomore year of college, somebody snatches you out and says, hey, come work for the NBA. You're like, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Anything short of a janitor, I'm going.
That's true.
So he does this, and a year later, I mean, honestly, he moves up so fast. Like a year later, he's kind of like running his own show. Not literally, but they have put so much on him. They allow him to organize a show now. To go from being an intern to being a full-blown like talent director and organizing a show and all of that, that's nuts.
He's a showrunner, huh?
And I'm not mad because I know what he did. Like, I'm sure he got right up under the right person.
Rubbing the right elbows.
And he went home when they went home. You know, oh, it's 5 o'clock, I'm going to leave. Nah, you leaving? He stayed right with Andre. Oh, yeah. So, he moved up. It is what it is. 1991, he throws a really big event at City College. It's a huge concert, except it only seats 2,700. He sold tickets like it seated 30,000. Like it was a stadium or something. So you have the 2,700 people inside. And they said it was literally just as many people outside trying to push their way still in because they had bought a ticket. It gets to the point where security is like, we got to close this down. They close it, and the people are like, oh, that was cute. They push through. Long story short, 9 people lose their lives. And what does Diddy and all his people say? Listen, you know, it wasn't oversold. You know, it was a tragic accident. It was unfortunate. We did everything we could. Based off of what people were saying, even some of the concert goers were scared when they kind of were, it was too late. You get there, there's a buzz, you're excited. Oh, I'm going to see all the big names of rap. It was kind of like if somebody put together a show with, you know, Kendrick Lamar, Glorilla, Wayne, you know, and I guess I'm just naming people I like, right? But like think of all your favorite people. If you like country, think of all your favorite country stars. You going. And that's what it was. Except he sold the tickets over the radio. He sold the tickets at clubs. He sold the tickets in the streets. They just sold out over and over and over again. And how much money did they spend on security? Not a substantial amount based off of the money they made, that's for sure. Like they just did not do what they were supposed to do. After selling that many tickets, honestly, I feel like they could have just bought a new venue.
Yikes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did they do that though?
Did they? No.
No. And I think just like watching Steve Banerjee with Chippendales, to oversell something or to cause a fire hazard, like all of that stuff that gets you in the news, even if it's bad, it's great. I don't think he predicted that people would perish though. So that was unfortunate. Still somehow, he gets even bigger off of that. Like he gets bigger off of that. But that's how we are. Like we're gonna go to the controversy. I wanna know more. I don't know if I would have bought a ticket to the next show though. Like I got to see you sell that a couple times. I cannot
and what happened
risk
after that?
Such things. He just gets bigger though. Like I said, a lot of people felt like there was no justice. Of course, nobody went to jail. He paid a few families. I won't say he paid them off, but like he I hope they felt compensated well enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know all the totals. I know one lady said she got $40,000. And it just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if she felt good about it. I don't know if it helped her. I hope in some way that it did. So there's 9 people that lose their lives. Again, nobody really feels vindicated after that, but things keep trucking along. I mean, things really keep trucking along. Eventually, Diddy does get fired from Uptown, and to hear Andre Harrell talk about it, it was like the saddest thing he ever had to do was to let Diddy go. He loves him some Diddy. It just broke his heart to have to let him go, but he had to because Diddy got a mouth. And Diddy was cussing out people that was over Andre. And they was like, yo, Andre, you're not gonna get your boy? Like, should we fire both of y'all, or like, is it just gonna be him? And Andre was like, it's got to just be him. But Andre says that he said we've still paid him. I wonder if like he was just giving Diddy money out of his account.
Okay.
Because why would a label fire you and then like still pay you unless they own a part of your shares or something? Like, are they getting their money back? I don't see the label just paying him for no reason. I feel like Andre was giving him money and like
taking care of him.
Or did Andre tell on himself and he was paying him out of their money? Yeah, I might need to check y'all books. So Diddy finally, he starts Bad Boy. Now, 1990, he goes from college. Well, 89, he leaves college. 1990, he gets his internship. 91, City College tragedy happens. By 93, he's been fired and has started Bad Boy Entertainment, and that's when he gets the ball rolling with that. He's got some pretty good artists. I mean, obviously his biggest one was Biggie. Like, I mean, it just is. But he had not Heavy D. Babe, you threw me off with that one. It wasn't Heavy D. I think he was part of Uptown.
Oh, okay.
But he had like Craig Mack and Mace Harfpier.
How about that guy with Humpty Dumpty nose?
No, that wasn't his.
Oh.
Total was part. I did not know that Total was part of Bad Boy.
Shine. Cass.
Why you say Shine?
Oh.
Shine went to jail so fast. That's sad. But still, like I said, 1993, he's popping. Everything is really happening for the man, and you can't be mad. It's like a steady, like, growth incline, and it really don't stop. Like, it's 90s belong to Diddy, you know what I mean? But somehow, they also don't. I looked it up to see what kind of Grammys he was getting for, like, the music he was writing. Not a lot, none. Nominee, but he didn't win a thing.
Hey, at least he was a nominee.
I ain't gonna lie, take my name off the list. I'm sick of it. But yeah, so 1996, I mean, it's like another 3 years. Of course, Pac passes, and I think that the Pac versus Biggie thing was kind of making money for everybody. So it was hard to pin things down, but if I had to say anything, I don't think Suge did it. After I watched the Tupac story, I mean, I feel like Suge would have robbed Tupac for years and years to come before he let him just go. He convinced him to open his own label with him.
Yeah.
Girl, they was gonna share. I don't think he did it. But Pac dies, Biggie blows up even more, and then Biggie passes. I'm unsure if it was a rumor because it's not like something that was in the news. But people were saying that Biggie had told Puff, hey, I want to leave and start my own label, but I always, like, I fucks with you. Like, he wasn't trying to like leave him as a person. Like, I'll do any collab you want, but he wanted to be out of the contract, done, and just do his own label. And Diddy acted like he was cool with it, but then he died.
Yikes.
And literally the only Grammy Diddy has ever won came in 1998, the year after Christopher Wallace died, from the song I'll Be Missing You. That's the only Grammy he's ever won. Still. I checked again. I was like, wait, today, like to this day, that's the only Grammy he's ever won, and it was a collab. I ain't never won no Grammy, so I ain't. I'm just saying, like, how ironic that the only Grammy you ever won came basically off the back of the death of your best artist or one of your best artists.
I thought it was Friends.
One of your best-selling artists and your friend. Okay, so I'll Be Missing You is the year that comes out. It's also the year that he starts like his clothing line and Sean John. Technically that's when Sean John is started, or is like hitting the runway, and then 1999 it's released if it wasn't 98.
Oh, okay.
The same year he gets the Grammy off of that song, and he starts throwing his white parties like that. Like 1998 is the first like known like picture of him. That's where all we know he had little prototype parties. But yeah. Yes. So that said, 1998 seems to be a great year. Oh, they've all been great years. 1999, he gets in trouble. Let me see. Was it two felonies?
I don't know. You tell me.
Hold on, let me refer. Yep, I lost track for a second. 2 felonies. They were regarding the same man. He always trying to beat somebody up, okay? He assaulted a person and had to pay $500,000. Charges went away though, so win-win.
Charges dropped for that.
All I want for Christmas is the charges drop. Charges drop. Now, 1999 is the same year that him and J-Lo get into that thing with Shine at the nightclub. And I'm sorry for making that sound like it wasn't a huge situation. But like there was a shooting at a nightclub, and Shine goes to jail. There's a lady right now going around telling everybody about how she remembers getting shot in the face.
Not in the eye.
I don't think it went into her eye, because if it did, she's got a good prosthetic. I could not tell. I don't know where, but she said she got shot right in the face. And I can't tell where in her... I'm sorry for... I really tried to see if I could tell.
It's okay.
But yeah, so 1999 is a crazy year, but it's not the worst because he don't care. So for 2 years, they battle that nightclub incident. And after 2 years, Diddy's acquitted, Shine goes to jail. And J-Lo wasn't involved for no 2 years. She was just like...
Yeah, all she did was hold a gun, so...
Yeah. Oh, I don't think they knew that.
Oh.
So, in the year 2000, now this is the year after the nightclub thing. This is also the year, obviously... I don't know exactly when J-Lo left him, but this lady, Talia Graves, in the year 2000 and 2001, alleges that Diddy, at one point while he was still with J-Lo, and then after, of course, their relationship ended as well, he attacks her. He assaults her, he essays her, once in her house and once somewhere else. And she's not sure what to do, but yeah, she is attacked. She is suing him as of 2024 though. Now these attacks are in 2000 and 2001. I'm not saying that as if, it's true. You know, I'm just putting a timeline on it. She's suing him now, but this is one of the ones that happened back then when we were all like, yeah, go Diddy. You know, we didn't really know. So she is being represented by Gloria Allred, who is like, she's very entertaining. And she's very serious about her craft, okay? She's not playing with y'all. When she gets up in her little suits, she's finna go to court. Like she's a serious lawyer though. She's like a little small white version of Johnny Cochran and female. She's not playing. And if I were Diddy, I would pray that they're about to hurry up and lock my money up or something, because she's gonna get her some of it. I don't know about the rest of those ladies, but Gloria's gonna get hers.
Okay.
Yeah, Gloria gonna get hers. So, and I mean, she has some good evidence too. She is busting them out so bad. You know how people are like accusing Diddy of trying to manipulate people and trying to like silence them?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, yeah, that's part of the charges, that he be trying to like, what's the word? Witness tampering was part of his problem. Gloria got permission from her client, Talia Graves, to show and tell people how Diddy someone in Diddy's camp allegedly tried to blackmail her to basically be quiet.
Oh, wow. Talia
Graves and Gloria Allred got on the news and said, Diddy, this is Gloria talking, the lawyer now. Talia's just sitting there, you know, she doesn't have her head down. She's just looking in disbelief, like, I can't believe this motherfucker got me doing. But Gloria is sitting there saying, yeah, Diddy's people sent me a nude picture of my client and told me if I keep pushing this, they're going to put it on the internet.
Oh, wow.
And my client's giving me permission to show it. I'm like, oh, don't show it. Like,
oh, my goodness.
So they obviously don't show us, but she's like got it in her hand, and she's like, I can't show the cameras, but anybody who wants to come up here and see it, someone in Diddy's camp sent me this and told me to be quiet, and it's just like they're just going off. Ooh. So Gloria ain't playing. She's coming for her check and that of her client. So that's something in 2001 that we're learning about last year. 2001 again. Roger Mills, he has his own show at this point. Does Diddy care? Does he? It's unclear what Roger did or said, but Diddy's team stomped the man out. Okay? He's attacked, he's beat up, and he tries to sue Diddy, and yeah, that doesn't go well. I think Diddy at this point, he was not going to keep paying other people. Maybe he wanted to pay people that were like in a position of power who could keep him from just getting blackmailed all the time. I don't know if he was even getting blackmailed. Maybe he just got sick of paying for his sins. And he wanted to feel powerful. So regardless, I think he paid somebody in this case because it was nuts. The little man who gets beat up says he has recordings of the incident. And the judge is like, well, you can't use them. What? Like, why? Oh, we can't substantiate them. You know, it's unclear if that's a real authentic recording or if you doctored it or if it's a recording of something else and you're trying to use it here. The judge was like, it's not good enough evidence. A recording of it is not good enough evidence. You know he was mad. Oh, I laughed. Well, that's it. It doesn't end good for Roger Mills because he just doesn't get anything that he wants. So that's 2001, and obviously, you know, from 2001 on, it's just blurry. And I mean, we see Diddy, but we see him doing things like normal stuff that Diddy always does. I mean, it wasn't normal for us, but it was normal for Diddy. Like we see him acting out a little bit, and we see him kind of yelling at people, and we hear little whispers. Oh, Diddy's hard to work for. Diddy's hard to work with. Of course, like we saw that in Making the Band. We saw that in his show. We saw that in reality TV. Like I don't think he's acting half the time. I think that is him. Because I don't think he's a great actor. He's not. And every time he did like a little cameo, every time he did a little cameo in a movie, he played some like very just eccentric or erratic person and was always irate. Yeah, he was just being himself. So, you know, but he does do his movies and he's got his liquor coming out and then his artists are doing good and he's got his clothing line. It just doesn't make sense why he would just be attacking women in the background and drugging girls and taking them over state lines to pimp them out. Like it's... So, that said though, the 2000s all the way up until women start telling the truth out loud or feel safe enough because social media, back then social media wasn't that popping. We know that. It wasn't. Okay? When he was acting up, it was like MySpace. Nobody was going to listen to this on MySpace. So I get it. But social media is here now. These people have tools now and they're coming out. So all of the things from like early 2000s to the 2023, 2024, it's coming out. Now, as best I could tell, between 2001 and 2007, he's like on and off again with Kim Porter, and he's just throwing his parties and doing what he does. And we see him taking pictures with Ashton Kutcher and, you know, hanging out with Jay-Z. We see all of that. So that's what we see. And now people are saying things, you know, and they're saying that Kim Porter left in 2007 because the whole time throughout their relationship, she was either being abused or used the way Cassie was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, what? In 2014, it's either 14, yeah, 2015. 2015, Chef Cindy, her last name, I didn't want to ruin it, but Chef Cindy, his private chef, she sues him because of the innuendo and just the toxic work environment that he created by being naked and asking her to deliver food knowing he was naked, or starting schmex parties knowing...
Starting what?
You know I say it like that so we don't get flagged.
Oh, okay. I like how you said it.
Every time you ask me to repeat it, why?
I'm making sure. Okay. It's white parties or Smith's
The point is, I don't know why he can't just be happy.
With what?
With his life, his good part of his life. Because, I mean, the stuff that's in the background is just nuts.
Why do you think he's an angry man?
I don't know, but between 2015, the chef's lawsuit, and 2023, when Cassie drops hers in November, it's still unclear all the stuff that's happening. Still unclear. And then he's not arrested until 2024. But what I do find interesting is this. He left his college in 1989. And 25 years later, in 2014, he spent $1 million and they gave him an honorary degree.
Where?
At Howard University.
Oh.
In 1999, that's when he gets the felonies. That's when he was with Shine when Shine did the shooting in the nightclub. That's, after the Biggie thing. That's kind of the point where it's like the beginning of the culmination of who he is. That we didn't know he was. So from 1999 to 2024, 25 years. It's like he's like at the height, because he was already like on a steady incline. But 99 is when he was at the height, and then after that it was kind of like, right? The 90s belonged to Diddy, but the early 2000s, that's when he was trying to get his artists to keep Bad Boy relevant. For the most part, the 90s was like we were seeing a lot of his face. Like a lot. 99 to 2024, 25 years. 89 to 2014, 25 years. My question though is, how could Howard University give him in 2014 an honorary degree? He gets sued in 2015 for all of that trash, and then still they don't take. Cassie drops her lawsuit in 23. And I'll give it to you, that was November. But by December, that honorary degree should have been removed. They waited until he was good and arrested. He lost the lawsuit with Cassie. He paid her in a day. They should have started moving immediately to remove.
Are you judging them?
I'm crying. I would never send my kids to Howard. You got me bent. Doesn't seem like a safe environment to me. So,
what can you say? Schools can be brought.
That's true. I was about to say, any American college. But a lot of people that get honorary degrees, I wonder how embarrassed they were about Bill Cosby's.
A lot of actors and actresses get honorary degrees.
Denzel keeping his. Denzel keeping his. They can't talk about him. But yeah, Diddy had a lot going on, and I'm sure we'll just continue to know more. But I had to get the timeline together for myself so that I could kind of start mapping it out. But yeah, the white parties and the felonies on top of felonies and lawsuits on top of lawsuits. A lot of it wasn't public, but man, a lot of it kind of was. I was too young to know what it meant. But he became a household name. Do you feel like he became a household name because of some of the blackmail material that he had?
What? No.
No?
No.
Really?
He been a household name because of Bad Boys, that show. After that parody with Dave Chappelle. That was hilarious.
But I guess
Tupac, Biggie, The Scandal.
Is he talented or is he just aggressive?
Combination. I can't name out his music, but
I was about to say,
I know of him though. Somehow, some way, some fashion, I know of Diddy. His music, his drinks, his alcohol, his parties, his celebrity.
Name a song.
I just said.
You said his music.
Didn't I just say I can't name a song?
Diddy is like a Kardashian. We know, well, not a Kardashian.
I didn't know he produces people.
He's like famous.
He manages people. He manages groups.
He's the most famous famous person. You know what I mean? Like he's like famous adjacent. He's always standing right next to somebody who is super famous, and it made him super famous. He's like famous adjacent.
Isn't he famous because of the fact?
Because as a kid, I didn't know what he was. I was like, is Diddy a rapper? Is he a rapper?
Right.
Is he? When I look it up, it says rapper.
I remember seeing Diddy and what's his name? He's a preacher now. There was
Nas.
I thought it was Mason. Right? Okay, whatever. I don't know. Regardless, he was rapping with him. I seen a video. I seen a couple of Diddy videos, Bad Boys videos, music videos.
What's the song?
Again.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I can't name it. Why are you? testing me. It's a quiz?
Now you know how I felt. What did you say again? I'm trying to help the algorithm. The algorithm couldn't get out. That's it though, y'all. I mean, this Diddy stuff is just fun. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just eating it up because honestly, it's like I'm not enjoying hearing the stories of the victims. I'm just enjoying how many of them feel brave now. Like, how can you say, oh, I didn't? Honestly, it's gotten to the point where it looks like you probably did. Like, you kind of did. You kind of did. But I'm enthused to figure out the end of the trial. I'm interested in the rest of the charges. You know, they a little hot. Yeah. Too spicy for the pepper for me. Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see what kind of time we're talking about. I hope that I get to see the testimony, like a transcript of it or something, because I don't think they're going to have cameras in there. But somebody said Diddy's going to testify. His lawyer said he's going to testify. I don't think I could keep him from testifying. Don't you try to stop him.
Oh my goodness.
He shouldn't try to stop him. Let that man speak. Let him speak.
Something tells me he shouldn't testify, but I want him to testify. But I feel like he's going to harm.
He probably
He's going to do more. Yeah, he's going to do more harm for himself.
It'd probably be the worst thing he did since everything he was accused of.
Go ahead and testify, Diddy.
For him. But for me, it'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Absolutely.
I would love it. Oh my gosh. Somebody find the transcript and print it for me. I just...
Email it to her.
Email it or print it and mail it. I don't care. I'll give you my sister's address.
Okay. Anything else?
No, not for now. I have not been able to find... Oh, there is one new person that they said they were adding to the assault cases. One or two new names that they were adding to the assault cases. That's definitely interesting. Wow. I did a little bit of math to figure out how long he was looking at. And to be honest, even if those sentences run concurrent, boy, he's 55?
Yes.
Man, if the sentences run concurrent, I think the least amount of time he could serve would be like 20 years. And that's because one of them was like 20 years to life or something like that. But wow, concurrent is the best he could hope for, because consecutive,
that means one after the freaking other.
He gonna end up with about
you know,
he gonna end up with about 200 years. Does it seem like he made a deal, one of those House of Usher deals?
What? Oh my! Yeah, I seen that. Hopefully,
except he didn't sacrifice his kids like he sacrificed himself.
If y'all got the reference,
I'm not gonna lie.
Comment down below.
If something starts happening to his kids, y'all, he did a House of Usher.
Oh my God! Comment down below if y'all know what she's talking about.
If you don't, go watch it. If you don't like Edgar Allan Poe, don't turn it on. Don't you watch it.
If you're a little bit gothic
if you're a little bit gothic and touched, go watch House of Usher. The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix.
The Fall.
It's messed up.
Yep.
It's messed up.
Very good series, though.
If something starts happening to his kids, Diddy did a deal with the devil. But honestly, though, the devil... I don't think that's how the devil works. The devil's a little more tactful. It's upsetting. Like, the devil will take you and your kids one by one. Like, there's no point. Why would I let you make a deal for your kids when I could take you all and have a good old time messing you all up? You know what I mean? Messing each of you up versus... Like, that's not exactly how it works. Based off of certain stuff that I've read. That's not how it works. Like, those types of deals, like, you could sell your soul. You'll give me your soul. And then and then like maybe your job is to lure more souls, but they have to give me their souls willingly too. Like this is not a Davy Jones thing where Jack Sparrow can send you to settle his debt.
She said Jack Sparrow.
I watch too much TV.
I love it. I love it, y'all.
But children, it's just oh my gosh.
Next time we'll talk about the.
It makes me wonder what all the stars that I love are doing. I mean, it's not like I loved Diddy, but even knowing that he was a loud, obnoxious person, a little arrogant, whatever. When you work hard like that, you play hard like that. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
But what do they all be doing now? Like, we know what Chad Ochocinco be doing.
What he doing? I don't know what nobody's doing.
He be getting enhancements. He said it. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my goodness.
But Diddy, I'm proud of him for saying, I'm glad. I love when men say, hey, I had an enhancement. Thank you. Now we can get off of all the women and their enhancements.
Don't go on a tangent. Don't.
Oh, you're going to have to cut that out because I did it already.
All right. All right,
This is
Jupiter.
what happens when she puts me on camera late.
All right, Jupiter. All right, Jupiter, close us out.
Well, tribe of mine, if you do decide to oblige, I'd like you to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate that. I didn't mean to rhyme. Dang, it's always on time.
Oh, red beans and rice. Red beans and rice. If y'all understand that reference from Girlfriends, you got me.
Red beans and rice.
With all that said, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you do what she said. What is that? Give us thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below. I appreciate it. We love you. Peace.
Comment up above.
From the Middle East.
If I say, will Diddy be diddled in jail? Will he be diddled in jail? Will Diddy be diddled in jail? Are they gon' diddle that diddler?
Catch the diddler.
Are you recording?
Huh?
Are you recording?